the wrap up now. It is a day later, and I have had like a day to completely forget that it even happened. So let's just get into it. I was gonna do this with Am, but they already had a 2-hour drive, and I was already like, let's go eat. And then I was like, I don't want to focus on the negatives anymore. We've been focused on them all weekend. But let me just get into the list of lies that happened. Like, broken promises con. Alright, so first of all, we had the layout of the con. So they gave us a map on the schedule, and that was not the layout, and they posted a new layout on the Facebook, and then they had printouts of the map, but we didn't get one as like vendors, which I guess was fine because they didn't want us to pack up early either. And they're like, this is a rule, you're not allowed to close your shop early, you have to stay until 7 every day. Which did not happen. People were just leaving early, especially Sunday. But anyway, to parking, they were like, parking's here, and that's not where parking was. And then they were like, actually parking's over here. Third lie, which door to use. They told us to use a door that was like by this parking lot, and then they were like, the sign on the door was like, this door is broken, you can't use this door, please use the other door. They also said a tablecloth would be provided. It was not, so good thing we had brought our own anyways, or they had brought. I'm just saying this was Am's booth. It was all their art. I'm just saying it for the sake of, we were both there. So, yeah. The time it took to plan. This was rough. Because on like Facebook and their website and in person, they were all saying different things. On the website, it said they had this plan since spring of 2019. On the Facebook, it said like this, like sometime in 2020 they got it, and on somewhere else it said like January 2021, and somewhere else said January 2022, and then at the con they're like, we only had 4 months to plan this. So it was kind of confusing there. They said on their Facebook page a month ago that they were setting up the hotel block. They did not set up a hotel block. There was no hotel block. And they posted like a week ago that they tried to get one but failed because of the football game. They said they bought Shudocon. And then they said, no, we didn't. That's misinformation. I'm sorry that you guys were misled to say that. Even though in Doki 2021, someone who was in the masquerade was like, oh yeah, I bought Shudocon. Or like they said they were working on buying it. Or that they had bought it. And then at Doki 23, they came up to our table and were like, we bought Shudokon for $5. Come to it. And that's how we had heard about it this time, because I hadn't heard about it since then. Yeah. And then on the website they were like, we are not affiliated with them in any way. And then it turned out like there was this really long Facebook post, and it turned out like they went on Reddit and someone was like, yeah, I own Shudokon, you want to buy it? And then I don't know what happened. I don't know what actually happened, but it seems kind of fucking stupid, but you know. Anyways, they said they bought it, definitely, and then tried to say that they didn't buy it, and I don't know how you got that information. That's misinformation. I don't know how that's being spread. I'm so sorry it's being spread like that, but it was them spreading it. And it also still said on the website, we bought the rights to a certain convention, like, because the Conchair Shudokon made them take the name Shudokon off their website everywhere, but it's still on there in the certain spots, and the fucking, it's still alluding to they bought Shudokon. They said in the Discord that Shofu meant capital, but Shudo means capital, and Shofu means prostitute, even though they said it meant capital. And then they said that it didn't, that Shudo meant capital. So they're lying right back to back. It was really odd that nobody else was calling them out. But then she said in the hotel blog post that she didn't know anything about sports, so she couldn't block the hotel. She didn't know the state game was missing. But then, like, on her Facebook, she likes football. She's always posting about football. Not really related, but a little bit related. Also, on the website it says they have the training, skills, and knowledge how to run a con. They didn't have any of that. There would be a quiet room on the website. There was no quiet room. I mean, the whole thing was a quiet room, but that was not intentional. And there was no, like, separate quiet room. Not marked on the map anywhere. And not marked anywhere. So if there was one, there was not. Saying they want to be as transparent as possible, then not informing anyone about anything, and also the list of lies prior. So that's kind of how the convention went. It was really something. And I don't think people are like, it's the first year, you know, you gotta give them some time, start small, build up. I don't think that excuses any of it. It excuses some of it, like it being a small venue in kind of a bad part of town. And being like not able to have a hotel block, but really, you know, they should have just made it a one-day event then. Because the bulk of the stuff was on Saturday anyways. And they were like, I don't know. There was a lot of financial things that didn't make any sense. Like, they bought like 50 pizzas on the first day, which didn't make any sense. And then they brought sandwiches the second day, which they should have just done pizza all 3 days, because the sandwiches were pre-made sandwiches with fucking pork on them. And okay, I'm not saying they have to fucking cater to me, okay, but also the likelihood of someone, the overlap between convention goers and like vegetarians and vegans, it's very like, there's overlap. It's like there's a decent amount of overlap. And also just, I don't know, like, I feel like they should have different options, you know, or at least like, it was literally a sandwich for like turkey, pork, this, and like, it was like, by the time I had picked apart my sandwich, it had one slice of turkey that wasn't like touching the pork and bread, and that was it. And that was kind of like, I don't know, you would think, because they had cheese and pepperoni pizza, so sandwiches were just a bad idea in general. It's like they were good bread, like, but just get bread and like lunch meat and stuff, and people can like make their own sandwich, because they had people in the back cutting up sandwiches anyway, so they could have just been in like a Subway kind of situation, and then had like condiments on the side, just so that like everyone's not out there touching them, all the ingredients, but like, you know, having their own condiments and stuff like that. I don't know, it's fine. Like, it's nice that they got us food at all, but I think pizza all 3 days would have been just fine. And they said they were trying to get tacos for the last day, which also I feel like might have been a disaster, because also the overlap between convention goers and autistic people overlap, and not everybody likes the same stuff on their stuff. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to things like sandwiches and tacos, where there's wet ingredients, potentially, you know, and textures and stuff like that. So the food situation was also like, they're like, food is coming, and then it wouldn't come for like 4 hours. So like, we didn't want to go order food or like start eating snacks, because we're like, food's coming soon. So I feel like they just shouldn't have fucking said anything about it, you know, until it was here. And then also, they were just giving random attendees, not even attendees, like people who didn't even fucking have badges, food, when it was supposed to be for the vendors only and staff only. So I thought it was just weird. They should have just brought it into the room and like passed it out. Like, I don't know. I think the way it was run really didn't make any sense. It was almost like they wanted it to fail. The arcade room, having you have to pay for stuff, was really weird. Also, this is getting into 12-minute territory, which is like the whole vlog, so I'm sorry. I should stop complaining, but it's like, this was just run in a way where it was like, if they come back next year, that's gonna be really surprising to me. There was not really anything to do. It was organized horribly, and it almost seemed as though the con chairs were like pathological liars. Like, it was crazy. But anyways, that's it. I also kind of want to do a haul, because the positive was there were like cool artists there, and like Kara Buckland was there. That's pretty cool. The guests there were all pretty nice and epic, and so I wanted to at least do the haul really quick and like, you know, shout outs to them, because they really didn't get the recognition they deserved at all. The artists also weren't listed anywhere on any of the social media or website, which I think is kind of fucked. So So this is from Starry Mania, and I also got that Josuke pin for the JoJo wall, and then the badge is there. It's a piece of construction paper. But the lanyard, which is also really cheap, I guess it was cool that they had all the different colors. I don't think I have a picture of it at all, but I think it was from Fluffy Cats with a Z. And it was this Kirby holding a knife keychain that I got for Tave, and then Carby, the car Kirby from Forgotten Dreamland sticker. So that's gone. And this deep cut Splatoon print, and then this off the hook Splatoon print were both this artist, Glitchy Bee, or Glitch Bee, right there. So, yeah. And Matt got this Jolene poster. Signed.